Welcome back to Educational Facts. Today, we're uncovering some little-known historical events that might have slipped under your radar. Ready to travel through history? Let's dive in. Australia, a land of unique fauna, was the stage for one of history's most peculiar conflicts, the Great Emu War of 1932. Picture this: vast fields of wheat suddenly overrun by thousands of emus, large, flightless birds with an insatiable appetite for grain. These feathered invaders were a genuine threat to the livelihoods of farmers, many of whom were returned soldiers trying to rebuild their lives after the First World War. The emus decimated crops, leaving farmers desperate. Their pleas reached the government, and a most unusual decision was made to deploy the army against the emus. Soldiers, armed with Lewis guns, marched into the fields, expecting a swift victory. But the emus, with their surprising speed and agility, proved to be elusive targets, scattering and regrouping. Ultimately, the Great Emu War ended in a humiliating defeat for the Australian Army. It remains a curious footnote in history, a reminder that even the most meticulously planned campaigns can be thwarted by nature. Strasbourg, 1518, became the epicenter of a truly bizarre phenomenon, the dancing plague. One summer day, a woman, Frau Troffea, began dancing uncontrollably in the streets. Within days, dozens, then hundreds, joined her in this involuntary dance marathon. They danced for days, weeks, even months, driven by an inexplicable compulsion. Physicians were baffled, unable to diagnose the cause of this strange affliction. Theories ranged from mass hysteria to ergot poisoning, a fungus that can contaminate rye bread. The authorities, desperate to stop the dancing, even hired musicians and built a stage, hoping that encouraging the dance would somehow exhaust the dancers. But the dancing continued, relentless and unforgiving. Some dancers collapsed from exhaustion, others suffered heart attacks and strokes. As the weeks turned into months, the intensity of the dancing finally began to wane. The dancing plague of 1518 remains one of history's most perplexing medical mysteries. It stands as a stark reminder of the fragility of the human mind and the power of collective hysteria. Boston, 1919. A seemingly ordinary day took a sudden sticky turn. A massive storage tank ruptured, unleashing a wave of sweet, viscous destruction. The wave surged through the streets, engulfing everything in its path. Buildings crumbled and people were trapped in the sticky mire. Rescuers struggled to navigate the thick molasses. The molasses had transformed into a deadly trap. The Boston molasses flood claimed 21 lives and injured countless others. It exposed the dangers of industrial negligence and highlighted the need for stricter safety regulations. The Korean Demilitarized Zone was the setting for one of the most peculiar military operations in history, Operation Paul Bunyan. The catalyst was a seemingly innocuous poplar tree, obstructing the view of a United Nations observation post. When North Korean soldiers attacked a group of American and South Korean soldiers attempting to trim the tree, killing 2 American officers, the situation escalated dramatically. The United States responded with a show of force that was both impressive and utterly disproportionate to the initial incident. Operation Paul Bunyan was launched. Hundreds of soldiers, backed by tanks, artillery, and attack helicopters, converged on the site of the poplar tree. B-52 bombers circled overhead, providing air support. The message was clear: the United States would not be intimidated. Despite the overwhelming military presence, Operation Paul Bunyan proceeded without incident. The tree was felled in a matter of minutes, a symbolic victory against aggression. It remains a curious footnote in military history, a testament to the lengths nations will go to assert their dominance. London, 1858. A city renowned for its grandeur was brought to its knees by its own sewage. The River Thames had become an open sewer. During a hot summer, the stench became unbearable. The great stink forced Parliament to suspend its sessions. Curtains soaked in chloride of lime were hung in the windows. The Thames had become a source of shame and disease. The government finally addressed sanitation. Joseph Bazalgette designed a modern sewer system. The Thames was cleansed and London became healthier. Roanoke Island, off the coast of North Carolina, holds a dark secret: the disappearance of the Roanoke colony. In 1587, a group of English settlers, led by John White, landed on the island, hoping to establish a permanent English settlement in the New World. White, leaving behind his daughter, Eleanor Dare, and her newborn granddaughter, Virginia Dare, the first English child born in the Americas, returned to England for supplies. He intended to be gone for only a few months, but unforeseen circumstances delayed his return for 3 long years. When White finally returned to Roanoke, he found the colony deserted. The settlers had vanished without a trace, leaving behind only a single word carved into a tree, Croatoan. This cryptic message offered no explanation for their disappearance, fueling speculation and giving rise to countless theories. The lost colony of Roanoke stands as a chilling reminder of the fragility of early colonial life. The mystery of Roanoke continues to captivate our imaginations, an enduring enigma shrouded in the shadows of history. History is full of fascinating stories that often get overlooked, from wars with emus to molasses floods. These little-known events offer a fresh look at the past. They remind us that history isn't just about dates and battles, but about the strange, the unusual, the unexpected twists and turns that shape the human experience. These are the stories that make history come alive, offering a glimpse into the rich tapestry of human experience. If you enjoyed this journey through forgotten history, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more amazing facts. There are countless other stories waiting to be uncovered, countless mysteries yet to be explored. Join us next time as we delve into another chapter of the fascinating and often bizarre world of history. See you in the next episode.